I'm particularly thankful to the organizing committee and the teams who have worked tirelessly to make this event a reality. Thank you too to our international experts who are able to join us in this conference to share their views and expertise. May our discussion be robust, our collaborations enduring, and our resolutions bold. Let us leave this conference reinvigorated with renewed resolve to uphold integrity and to create societies where public trust is earned and safeguarded. Once again, welcome to the Southeast Asia Anti-Corruption Conference. I wish all of us a productive and inspiring meeting. Sekian wabillahi taufiq. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Datuk Sri. Next, we have special remarks by Dr. Randu Setio Budianto, Chief Commissioner of the Indonesian Corruption Eradication Commission, KPK. Please welcome Dr. Randu Setio Budianto.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Let us leave this conference.
Bismillah. The Honorable Tan Sri Datu Sri Haji Azam bin Baki, Chairman of the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission. The Honorable Tan Sri Abu Qasim bin Mohammed, President of Southeast Asia Anti-Corruption Syndicate. The Honorable Tan Sri Abu Qasim bin Mohammed, President of Southeast Asia Anti-Corruption. The Honorable Ibu Datin Paduka Hajah Anifa Raviza binti Haji Abdul Ghani, Commissioner of Anti-Corruption Bureau, Brunei Darussalam. Mr. Miguel Acacio Faria from Timor-Leste. Yeah, this is my brother because I once served at the Chief of Police is not Nusantara. I'm sorry. There is Nusa Tenggara for 9 months. And then Ms. Anika, Mr. Samuel, and Mr. Wong Waikit, and Mr. Martin Gruner. Distinguished head of anti-corruption agencies, respected colleagues, champion of integrity from across and beyond Southeast Asia. Good morning. Let me begin by thanking the MACC, once again, Mr. Praswat Nugraha. Mr. Praswat, he is Managing Chairman of Southeast Asia Anti-Corruption Syndicate, Action from Jakarta. He is a former investigator. When my team as a director investigator at the KPK. And then, good morning. Let me begin by thanking the MACC, SE Action, and all the strategic partners who have collaborated in organizing the Southeast Asia Anti-Corruption Conference. Today's gathering is a valuable opportunity to bring together colleagues who are actively engaged in the fight against corruption in the region. This includes civil society and journalists as the fourth pillar of democracy, providing transparency and public participation. That is fundamental for accountable governance. As such, I feel honored to be invited to speak in this eminent forum that commemorates the Jakarta Statement on Principle for Anti-Corruption Agencies. This is not just a ceremony of remembrance, but a moment of rededication, a time to renew our collective commitment and to reflect on what we have achieved and on how we must go forward together. The Jakarta Statement, with 16 essential principles, are not merely aspirational but deeply practical. In the years since its formulation, we have seen and further refine it into a more practical framework through the Colombo commentary in 2018. We have also seen this principle put to the test throughout the region against challenges, whether political, economic, or otherwise in nature. But the common thread that runs through all our experiences is this: the fight against corruption cannot succeed unless our anti-corruption authorities are independent, well-resourced, are trusted by the public. Indonesia, through the KPK, is committed to fight corruption as the path to achieve sustainable development for the well-being, prosperity, and security of our people, in line with the national priority of President Prabowo's administration. To achieve that, we must continuously cultivate and reinforce three essential enabling factors. First, collective action is key. No agency can operate in isolation. Partnership with other government agencies, civil society, and academia are vital. Input from GSO bring an understanding of ground realities, while academia brings rigor, research, and fresh ideas. Together, they help inform policies, shape the institutional design of an ACA. Second, mass media has a vital role to reinforce the oversight on ACA in this increasingly interconnected world. Journalists are often the first to uncover wrongdoing and demand accountability. A free and responsible press is not a threat to governance, but the cornerstone of it. Media can shape public discourse, keep issues of integrity on the agenda, and make it harder for corruption to hide in the shadow. Third, we must invest in the people within our anti-corruption agencies. The integrity and the capacity of ACA employees at every level determine whether the agency can stand firm under pressure. This means not just technical training, but also ethical training. Not just hiring more people, but hiring the right people. And just as importantly, ensuring that ACA staff are protected from undue interference and have the support they need to do their job without fear or favor. Friends, the Jakarta statement has been a guiding light, but as we look to the future, we must build upon it. That is why I look forward to the discussion here. In particular, KPK is happy to contribute to development of the Putrajaya Declaration, a regional vision, to reinforce and rejuvenate the Jakarta principles for the challenges of our time. These are not easy times. Across the region, our countries grapple with economic uncertainty, brought by global trade tension and transnational economic crimes. In this environment, the risk of corruption loom. When people are afraid, they are more vulnerable to exploitation. When public funds are stretched, the temptation to cut corners or divert resources increases. And when government lost public trust, even sound policies can falter. That is why it is more important than ever that we double down on the fight against corruption. Let us use this conference not just to talk, but to act. Let us ensure that when we live here, we do so with renewed purpose, stronger network, and concrete step forward. a future where anti-corruption agencies are impartial, effective, and empowered in reality. Thank you for your dedication and courage in the work you continue to do in defense of integrity and the public interest. Now, let us begin. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Terima kasih.
Thank you for the aspiring speech, Dr. Andu Setio.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is our honor to invite the Honorable Tan Sri Datuk Sri Haji Azam bin Baki, Chief Commissioner of MECC, to deliver his officiating speech. With all due respect, Honorable Tan Sri, please welcome.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. And very good morning. Yang Bahagia Tan Sri Abu Qasim bin Muhammad, President of Southeast Asia Anti-Corruption Syndicate, C-Action, Commissioner General Dr. Randus Setio Budianto, Chairman of Komisi Pemberantasan Korupsi KPK Indonesia, Mr. Muhammad Praswat Nugara, Chairman of C-Action, Yang Bahagia Datuk Sri Mustafa Ali, Chairman of the Organizing Committee of the C Anti-Corruption Conference, Malaysia Institute of Integrity Board member, Malaysia, and a few others here, Ms. Anika, nice to see you again, Mr. Samuel, Martin Kuna, and the other guests from other countries, especially far away from Mongolia, Timor-Leste, Myanmar, Singapore, Brunei, Laos, and Cambodia. Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor and privilege for me to welcome all distinguished participants to the Southeast Asia Anti-Corruption Conference recalling Jakarta Statement. This gathering is not only a meeting of minds, but a reaffirmation of our collective will to uphold the values of integrity, accountability, and justice across our region. Today, we are privileged to have with us representatives from ASEAN anti-corruption agencies, distinguished colleagues from Hong Kong and Mongolia, as well as esteemed representatives from international organizations such as the International Anti-Corruption Academy, the International Association of Anti-Corruption Authorities, the Independent Commission Against Corruption, ICAC, from Hong Kong, the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, UNODC, the United Nations Development Programme, UNDP, civil society organization from ASEAN, and representatives from ASEAN media. Your presence here today is a testament to the spirit of regional and international solidarity in advancing anti-corruption efforts. This year, we commemorate the 20th anniversary of the United Nations Convention Against Corruption, UNCAC, a milestone that reminds us that the global fight against corruption demands continuous innovation, strengthened collaboration, and steadfast commitment to the foundational principles laid under UNCAC. One of the most critical mandates under UNCAC is the Article 36, which calls for the establishment of independent bodies specialized in combating corruption through law enforcement. In Malaysia, our journey to operationalize Article 36 is deeply rooted in the Jakarta Statement on Principles for Anti-Corruption Agencies. These 16 principles serve as a blueprint to ensure independence, operational autonomy, transparency, and professionalism without anti-corruption body. Within the anti-corruption bodies, at the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission, MACC, we have embraced these principles not only in form but in substance. Our framework of 5 independent oversight committees ensures that MACC remains answerable to the public while fiercely protecting our operational independence. Our experience demonstrates that institutional independence must be complemented by accountability and public trust. It is not enough to be free from the interference, but we must also be worthy of the confidence placed in us by the citizens we serve. It is particularly meaningful that this conference is held during Malaysia's ASEAN Chairmanship year in 2025, a year guided by the theme of inclusivity and sustainability. As part of our regional commitment, Malaysia, through the MACC, will also proudly host the 21st ASEAN Parties Against Corruption principal meeting this coming October 2025. This meeting will further reinforce intra-ASEAN cooperation and reaffirm our collective determination to strengthen the Jakarta principles within the Southeast Asia. The challenges we face today are increasingly complex, ranging from cyber corruption to cross-border financial crimes. No agency and no country can confront these threats alone. This conference, therefore, it is not merely an academic exercise. It is a call for collective action, for governments to guarantee institutional autonomy free from political interference, for civil society to serve as vigilant partners in accountability, for the private sector to uphold ethical practices and reject corruption, and for regional bodies to build resilient frameworks for collaboration and knowledge sharing. The Jakarta Statement is not just a set of ideas. It is a roadmap for action. It reminds us that the anti-corruption efforts must be institutionalized, professionalized, and shielded from politicization if we are to achieve lasting success. At MACC, we are committed to advancing legislative reforms to strengthen institutional safeguards, capacity building initiatives, to equip our officers with future-ready skills, enhance regional and international cooperation to dismantle corruption networks, and the adoption of digital innovation, including artificial intelligence and blockchain technologies to uncover hidden financial crimes. We are equally dedicated to upholding the spirit of Malaysia Madani, embedding integrity, accountability, and social justice at the heart of our governance. As Malaysia's founding father, Tunku Abdul Rahman, wisely reminded us, the price of integrity is eternal vigilance. Let us remain vigilant. Let us act boldly. And let us work together to ensure that integrity becomes not just an aspiration, but a living reality across Southeast Asia. I would like to take this opportunity to express my sincere appreciation to the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission, MACC, Perdana International Anti-Corruption Foundation, PIACCF, the National Anti-Financial Crime Center, NFCC, the Malaysia Institute of Integrity, IIM, C Actions, Rasuah IM57, and all partners for their collaboration and support in making this conference a reality. With the blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the goodwill of all gathered here today, I now officially officiate the Southeast Asia Anti-Corruption Conference recalling Jakarta Statement. Thank you.
Thank you for the officiating speech, Honorable Tan Sri. Ladies and gentlemen, we now invite the Honorable Tan Sri Abu Qasim bin Muhammad, President of C Actions and PIACCF, to deliver a special presentation titled Southeast Asia Anti-Corruption Conference 2025, The Journey and Way Forward. Tan Sri, if you please.
Thank you. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Yang bahagia Tan Sri Datuk Seri Haji Azam Baki, the Chief Commissioner of MACC, and Honorable Dato' Seto Budianto, the Chief Commissioner of KPK, and Haji Anifah from Brunei, Dato' Sri Mustafa, Paswat, friends from Martin, Samuel, and everybody. I saw a lot of our friends here. Welcome to this conference. Of course, the purpose of my presentation is try to bring the meaning this conference all about. Basically, this is the first time where the former anti-corruption officers and officers of anti-corruption unitedly together in fighting corruption. If not, the former will enjoy their pension life by not doing anything. And I'm very, very proud today that this is the first time we bring together the NGOs, we bring the medias, we bring the civil society, and this is the journey. This is the beginning of the journey of fighting corruption with the togetherness. This is what we call the unity in fighting corruption. I'd like to thank everybody who is present today. Allow me just to go through what we're going to, at the end, what we're going to get from at the end of this conference. Of course, we're going to have a declaration, but this declaration is very important because it is a declaration that we're going to bring it to the IAACA, and I have a representative here from IAACA, Mr. Wong, and as an advisor to IAACA, and Datuk Sri Azam as the ESCO member of IAACA. For those who do not know, IAACA is the International Anti-Corruption Authority Association, where we wanted to bring this because in the constitution of this association, it's very clear that they wanted to champion, to make sure that the formation of an independent anti-corruption agency, an effective anti-corruption agency. So, what is C-Action actually? This organization, of course, as I said earlier, we bring all together. We bring all those who are interested in fighting corruption to be together with us. And again, when we unite, the corrupt will run away. When all the investigators, law enforcement, media, Rasuah busters, and everybody, NGOs, I believe that those who are corrupt, because we are so worried about, sometime from our experience, not that far, not that long, about more than 40 years, when it is very difficult when the corrupt strike back. This is very crucial. It will cost not only the life of those who fight corruption, can cost the ruin of the anti-corruption agency itself. So this unity is so important for our journey in fighting corruption. What is the destination of this organization or this fight? As I said, it is bringing all together. And I like to inform you that the oldest anti-corruption agency in the world was born in Southeast Asia. We have among those who are very, very experienced anti-corruption agency in the world. Malaysia, Singapore, the anti-corruption was born before 1960s. And ICAC, Hong Kong, was born in 1970s. I remember the ICAC came to Malaysia and to Singapore to do some search. What is the best way of fighting corruption? Of course, they have formed. They take the business model from Malaysia and Singapore and they make it advance and become more effective. Then the Indonesia, born with a super anti-corruption body, which everybody dream of to have a structure like KPK. And this is so important with the wealth of all the experience from the starting 1960s until today. I hope that this will become the center of study like what Samuel is doing now. We are looking forward with Samuel's study on the measurement of anti-corruption. Samuel, thank you for coming here, and I hope you can share what you are doing. And we wanted to be together with you. We wanted to be together with International Anti-Corruption Academy, who now is doing research, what the meaning of effective anti-corruption, the measurement of anti-corruption. Again, ladies and gentlemen, how are we going to achieve this? This by sharing of knowledge is very crucial. As I said, those who have retired, former anti-corruption officers, those are in service, those are in the civil society. If we unite, and we will come up with very comprehensive and a pool of knowledge that will help everybody in this region. We unite and we trained. Of course, one of the most important journey in fighting this Jakarta Statement, or Article 36, Article 6. Please remember, this is not only Article 36, but it also involves Article 6 of ANCAC, the importance of having an institution structure that effective in fighting corruption. What makes us different from others? What makes this association different? Because we have a collaborator. With PICC, or Perdana International Anti-Corruption Foundation, is a foundation that to protect, to defend the fighters of corruption. We have experienced a lot of anti-corruption fighters at the end of the day being victimized. There are anti-corruption officers being killed, injured, victimized, transferred, and all that. We don't want to interfere with the government action against them, but we have a platform for them to come and to share with us. If there is a possibility, we bring them so that they can still play their role in fighting corruption. For that purpose, I would like to thank Martin Krutner for bringing me to Vienna to be the guest lecturer over there way back in 2016. Ladies and gentlemen, for our program that we wanted to design and to pursue, first, we would like to have an annual conference. We hope that this conference do not stop here. And there are a lot of discussion, a lot of topics that we can really explore. After this, what is about measurement? What it means by measurement? What it means that an effective anti-corruption agency is still in the discussion. We hope that we can come up with a very, I would say, that comprehensive assessment of what is an effective anti-corruption. We wanted to be the advocacy. We work with the government. We work with everybody to create a stronger law. We also wanted to deal with corruption. We wanted to build, actually, to build and have a collaboration with all the anti-corruption academy. Because we have an academy, we wanted to set an academy so that the focus area on our training will be whatever we have on the 16th principle, and how to make an anti-corruption effective, and how to develop an effective anti-corruption strategy. This is very crucial, three elements that is so important for us to focus in the C action. And fourth, which is very crucial, as I said, is on research. The research is very crucial in bringing new technology, new methodology of fighting corruption, a new way of investigation. Today, investigation should not be like what we have 30 years ago. The investigation today have to go beyond the normal perspective. There are a lot of challenges. We have to use AI and so on in our investigation. Again, that's why in the way forward, I request all of you, all those members in this conference room, please join us. If you are interested to be together with us, to create a new landscape in fighting corruption in this world, especially in this region, please join us. For that purpose, as I said in my conclusion, this is not just a C action or organization fight. It is your fight too. For us, our principle is that we do not pressure any government, but we wanted to engage with all the government and anti-corruption authority. We don't criticize. We share problem, and we find solution. For anti-corruption agencies, if you are weak, we will help to make you stronger. If you do not know, we will tell you. If you know, but you don't know how to act or cannot act, we will help you how to act. If you feel alone, we will stand with you. If you are lost, we will guide you. Friends, if you are the friends of anti-corruption, we request you be a true friends. If you are ACA officers, anti-corruption officers, I request, just do the right thing. Follow the law. If you are journalists, keep reporting the truth. If you are an NGO's leader, make fair comment, support ACAs, and help us to build public support. If you are a former MACC officer, share your success stories so that we can be stronger. Let me end with this. Fighting corruption is hard, but together we are stronger. ASEAN will keep working every day, and we ask you to join us. Let's build Southeast Asia where honesty wins. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Tan Sri.
Respected members of the floor, we will now adjourn for a tea break. We would appreciate it if everyone can assemble for us to continue with the rest of our programs today about 11:15 a.m. as we will reconvene sharp at 11:20. But before that, we're going to have a short photo session, group photo session outside of the hall. Can we have